Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today, I want to talk about something that's been in my mind all day, such as, what was it? I was talking to one of my coworkers yesterday, and he was very interesting. The fact that we were talking about Harry Potter. I don't know if you guys noticed about the news of Harry Potter back then, but Harry Potter was actually a big deal. It was one of my favorite classical movies when I was young, in the early 2000s. Now, when I see Harry Potter today, I I'm just baffled. It just tells me to show that Hollywood is losing their own what we call ideas. But we were just talking about the past, and he is a young man, and he doesn't know any classical movies. So it just tells me the fact that there's super different things in our world that most people won't experience. But the funny thing is the fact that this brings my attention that we are not having, what was it, a childhood basically, and everything's getting to a point where I talk to the younger people who are in their 20s to 25, and they have no hope, they have nowhere to go, and not just that, they just sound like they've just been defeated or been played. And some of these people that I know who dearly through my work is that the fact that they do have they have a lot of meaning in their eyes. They just feel like everything's going against them because of what's happening today. There's things that I want to talk about, like that mainstream media won't talk about. For example, H1B1 immigrants, liberalism, feminism, you name it. All this stuff is going against the younger generation. And the funny thing is, the younger generation are just having enough. They're giving up. And it brought me back memories of what I remember when I was young in the early 2000s, starting to understand the funny thing about the beautiful patriotic of America and how it became you could do whatever you want, you're excited to do everything you can, and not just that, it feels like adventurous, especially when it comes to socialization, which I'm a big, huge fan. I love talking to people. But the thing is now these days is where I'm starting to see a lot of pushback. And the problem is, and I know the problem is everything's going against them. Everything. Like institution, corporation, ideology, college, feminism, everything. Especially the ones who are in a different ethnicity than what normal people would say deem them as evil. Um, I think this is concerning because how are we going to have a healthy society, so to speak, um, when we don't have good role models and leaders in the future to bring up and uplift the younger generation. And I'm talking about this because it's been bothering me the fact that most of these people who never experience what good movie is, what is a good film, like Harry Potter, for example. I mean, the guy I was talking to doesn't know what Harry Potter is. I mean, he knows it, but he never watched the classical movie like I was when I was young. But when I watched the reboot, it just shocks me. I was a big huge fan of these things. It actually made my childhood. Every Christmas I watch Harry Potter. I remember that in ABC Family. But it just proves the fact that most of the younger men's will never experience what I will experience. And I'm talking about this because it's been in my mind all day today. I mean, we sit down, we talk, we laugh, we make jokes, you know, guy stuff. But the thing is now we are getting to a point where it's getting normalized. And I have a problem with that. We need to have purpose. We need to have ambitious. So how do we have these qualities, so to speak? And it's through people, or through individuals, or through role models and leaders, or through divine invention, such as God or through Christ. Now, it's very important to have this so you can actually move and figure out ways you could do things. I mean, this YouTube is all about addressing things. This is my channel. Like, I try to focusing on benefit and uplifting people as much as possible in addressing the situation. For instance, the younger generation of men are broken, and it's true. I just feel sorry for these generation. And I'm addressing these things because it's important to address them because I I always I always want to teach people. If you don't know me, I always like to be a teacher, especially a Spanish and English teacher. But since where I live, teachers don't make enough money, and and plus I'm a man, so it's a little bit harder for me to integrate into that field, especially if you're a boy. Um, I even face those aggregation too, so that's why I don't do that. Now I just work as a mechanic in all those areas to build cars and stuff. But the thing is now, um, what was it? The fact that we are living in a generation of broken men is very concerning, and I'm addressing these things. So, how do we address this? And this is one of my main points of the video is that we see we bring good role models, we acknowledge what's going on, and we try to uplift them, such as giving them guidance. Because now it's getting to a point where these people don't have any guidance. And if we want our society to move forward and be as stable as much as possible, we have to um, be there and actually support them. I know sounds very nonchalant, but it's the only way to think about these things. Again, today has just been a very crazy day. I mean, especially when it comes to seeing this younger generation becoming what they are. I mean, I believe they're more than that. Again, today is just a day I just want to address this. It's just the fact that we're getting to a point where it's getting too normalized. People don't know what is good movies anymore, good cinema, good classical movies that are classicals, especially with the reboot. The reboot is actually a good, huge um, situation or example, my bad, that we are in a decline, especially in Hollywood and ideas. We are at the peak as what we can. And what we can do, that's really, really hard for some people. But this individual, I get told him today, we need to try to talk to people, court women, and vet people in general. Um, it's a skill. It's a social skill. Most guys or most young men today don't have that ability. So it just takes practice. You have to practice. You have to get in your way to be in a situation where you don't like it, but that's how you learn. And then once you do it so much, you get good and you do it. It becomes easy, second nature. I know this is I don't know how many videos I made. Again, I talk about these things because I always like to bring, I like to talk to people, I like to teach people. That's just who I am. Maybe it sounds very cliche and whatever, but that's what I like to do. But anywho, today is going to be a short video. If you like the video, subscribe, comment down below, share me your thoughts about the video, and I will see you guys on the flip side. And I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful day. And I will hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.